Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to OUTOFORE. Here we are for another episode. Now the underground update has arrived. As you can see behind us, we've got a loader, underground loader at the moment. We've got 468k left. We don't have enough money to buy any other underground equipment, but we have the million LW300, which has bucket capacity of 8 tons. Now I'm not sure how much that has compared to our other. I think it was a 500 or a 501. Exactly the same. So yeah, no different. You got the Million AT30, which is obviously the underground hauling truck. What's that? Low capacity 20 tons, so 3 buckets in there. We've got the Million CTM 1600S, used for making tunnels underground. So it's got like the face shearer on it here. It's got the supports around the outside to help dig as well. I'm not sure if I think that probably just makes a square hole, whereas the 1600R would make the round hole, a round head. So now, Split Into Gaming, if you guys watch him as well as me, he's done a huge amount of stuff at the moment with his current update, which is bloody awesome. He's made a heap of content, and I'm sort of going to try and catch up to him, I guess. What he's up to. I think our roof is probably still too tall, to be honest. Because we need to start supporting this, otherwise it's going to cave in on top of us. Now, what he has running, which I'm probably going to, talking of cave-ins, what he has going at the moment, which I'm going to probably implement eventually, is instead of us loading into here and dumping into here and sending up, he has conveyor belts, like these belts here, running straight down here. Then you'll have one turn this way, one go straight, vice versa, whatever it may be. And if we use the header, and start digging into here and it spits the rocks out the back, as long as we have one of these guys, doesn't need to be a hopper, just needs to be a conveyor. The rocks fall down on top of this conveyor, it'll get processed. So that's eventually what we're going to do. I'm going to come back through, remove all this. I think this is 9 blocks wide. Yes, it is. So start in the middle, 5, and just do 3. So one in the middle, one either side. We'll run it down, which I may need to go a little bit deeper because I don't think it's quite the same height. I think, yeah, it goes down 1 extra, I think. Or they go down to 3, so I'm either going to have to make it a little bit less height, so maybe come out here and then up the sides and then turn into this way and start digging that way and then go back this way. So what I've done is I've gone through and I've, off camera, in another save, I put down one of these plowshare things, which blows a huge nuclear hole in the ground, and all this side is all dirt and pay dirt. And then coming around here, going back that way, is all solid rock. So we're going to come down, dig this way, turn, head that way, maybe head that way as well, and maybe just keep heading this way. Put in maybe like a T-junction here, and then we can sort of go from there. The other option was, well, now it's probably a bit hard now because of everything we've done, but digging straight this way. Start a whole new mine and just dig this way, straight into this mountain. But in saying that, we still want to go deeper. Now let's get this loader down and in. Hopefully, we can get it down and in without too much of an issue. It's quite steep. Ah, that's perfect. That works really well. Oh, we need to start digging out this side. Now I think he's possibly 3 blocks wide. With what he's currently digging, 3 blocks high, I should say, and I don't think I want to go any higher than that, because you can see how low this underground equipment is. We don't really need to go too high. Just need to start making some money, to get some money back in the bank so we can buy these, what do we call it, continuous miners as well. So at the moment, like, Christian developers doing an amazing job with this game. This game is blowing away any other game I've played in a similar genre for mining, like Gold Rush, coal mining simulator. This game is absolutely, killing all of them, destroying them all. But there goes another cave in. So we need to start shoring up this roof, which is probably a big thing. But as I said, we need some funds at the moment. We're really really struggling for money. So I think what I want to do is I'll do a bit of digging with you guys today. Just throw in like a short 20-minute episode or so. Probably try and do a little bit of mining off camera tonight, just to continue to get some more money in the bank, get some more equipment. I want to get this properly set up the same way that Split in 2 has it. I would prefer to have to use hoppers, to be honest. Instead of dropping, you know, rock straight on a conveyor belt and having a conveyor belt pick it up when there's no hole in the top. But, you know, at this point in time, that's the way it works, so we'll sort of use that to our advantage. Yeah, so I'll do like a bit of a time lapse in another episode where I'm getting a bit more digging done. We've got to come back through, as I said, and lift this floor up, which honestly we probably should be doing it now, because we're digging down below the height we need to be at. You can see this thing's still pretty cool, still pretty easy to use, just very, very similar to the open cut loader. Exactly the same controls, exactly the same way it works. It's just obviously much closer to the ground. It's hard to get a decent camera angle though, being underground. There's another cave. I'm going to have a lot of cave-ins until we fix this roof. So it's actually, so I can try and back out of here, but I don't think the loader's going to like it. It's a bit steep. I'd like to see maybe, instead of having 2 blocks to go up, maybe have 3. It's still not going to get there, is it? It'll just get there. Have 3, so it's a little bit less of a steep curve. I think that'll be more ideal than what we've currently got. Right, so let's jump out. Number 4, which is where we need to go. Alright, so things have changed as well. As you can see down the bottom, a lot of the buttons I've sort of changed a little bit, so that's got to go there. So if we press T, we can go across to destruction mode. And then to the right of that, we have our blasting as well, so we don't need to buy a separate separate thing for that. We can just use it straight from here without having to buy the added piece. Oh, cave-ins everywhere. We need to get this roof shored up. I think I'm just going to go to there. We're going to run out of blocks, of course. We're going to run out of money before we even finish doing what we need to do with this floor, I think. We need a lot of cash for the equipment. 27 grand, that's so expensive. We need a lot of money for this equipment. And we also need a lot of money to add the conveyors and all that sort of stuff that we need, so let's fill this in. Another autosave. I need to turn that down so it's not as frequent, I think. Alright, I hope that's connected. So that should be connected. Yes, it was connected. Good. Alright, so here we probably need the hopper. Let's have a look. Get rid of that. We need that to go in here. Do we need that in there? We probably need to go further over, I think. So we need to, yes, we do have another straight conveyor piece. Go across to here, get rid of that, put in this guy there, and then we want to put in our, where's our hopper? Hopper there. Better. And now we want to bring back, get rid of these guys, bring back concrete block. And get that put in along there, and then we can get that side done. Let's throw those in there. I think, do we have enough? We've only got 1. Need a couple more of those, I think. We're going to need 1, 2. We put these guys at the front. Maybe these guys a bit smaller. Yep, okay, that was my rotate button. Now where's my rotate button gone? There we go. Sometimes when there's an update, it sort of changes the buttons that you've had previously in certain spots. So one of those things, we just need to rework with it as we sort of find problems, and then go like that. That's all connected. So as I said, we're going to end up on this level now. So anything that falls in here will get collected straight away. I need to get some blocks straight into here as well. Obviously the face miner would be ideal to dig through this really, really quick, but the money situation is a bit of a problem. I've done quite a bit of digging, as you can see, and expanded a bit from our last time lapse, but still got quite a bit to go. Right, and then as you can see in my hotbar as well, we've got some new items as well that we can use. Or new building products anyway, I should say. So let's just go along here, and then we need to start shoring up this wall. But that's not where I want it. I think there's still the ability to use those other tools. Can we still use the other tools? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, good. So that's probably a lot easier than having to go all the way across. But as you can see here, this will shore up our roof using the new mesh supports. Get rid of that if we can. Actually, no. That's recycle. Oh, that's not working at all. That's weird. So maybe we have to go all the way across there. Right, that's a bit of a bummer because then there's no hot button for it. We've got to go R and T to go across. And as you can see here, this will help shore up this roof. And then we should prevent any more collapses from above. Although it doesn't fully connect into the roof. In some spots, as you can see, there's quite a big gap up on this side, but this is sort of us just starting it off. Once we get down a bit further, and we're sort of starting it fresh, it'll probably look a lot better than what it will. Going along like this, I think 99 of these cost $7,500, so they're not too expensive, to be honest. Let's actually go get rid of those ones. I'd rather put those supports along here like this first. There we go. That's going to help support that. And if we go back to here, if we press left mouse, it'll flatten. If we hold shift and press left mouse, it'll dig back down. So, all right, there we go. Let's turn these guys on. I've got these down here so I could see where we're digging. So I want to go across nine spots this way. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to go from here and add another 9, and then we can start going that way. So there's going to be a lot of digging at the moment. I think that's as high as I want the roof to be. I don't want it to be any higher than that. It's going to be 3 the whole way down, which here is obviously a little bit too high. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it should be here. But I said these things will all get moved to run through the center, through this part here. So if I get rid of, I think maybe to there. Don't know if it's even going to connect to that, to be honest. Need it to connect to something. We got another flat. We do have another flat bit. All right. Will that connect? That'll connect to there. We just want it to go. Oop. We want it to go to there somewhere. It's very hard to see which way it's actually going to go. That's going the wrong way. That's going the right way, I think. Yeah, that's the right way. So that'll start there, and then we'll attach this guy to there, and that'll start to go up. Now we need to make sure that there's no dirt touching any of this stuff here, otherwise it won't go through, it won't cycle through properly. So you need to make sure there's no dirt touching any of these conveyors. As you can see, this will be how it runs up. We'll have one either side. It'll run up through here. We'll turn right. We'll go left, and I'm going to work out somehow how we're going to get it to go into here. So it does go up 3, so it's 1, 2, 3. So maybe it'll go straight into there. Then we sort of just need to lift it up. So with this here, we can also, I don't know if I can jump up there. Should be able to. We can take off this guy, and it'll still fall out and go in. So that's one of the other things that we can do as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got a bit of stuff in there, rubies and a bit of gold. We shouldn't have anything in here. But actually, yeah, a bit of coal. I do have a bit of coal in there, so that's good. But yeah, so that's how I want to get it set up. It's going to take quite a while to get it running as efficiently as Split in 2 does, but I do like his idea. And I've always thought about, like here I wanted to run the conveyors down. I just did not realise the rocks going into here is just the same as them going into a hopper. So that just helps us out immensely in the long run. Alright, so we need to pretty much just spend a lot of time down here just digging. Digging a lot. So I'm not sure how well this is going to go. How far into this face I should dig before we start shoring it up. It doesn't seem to be getting a full bucket either. There we go, that's a bit better. So anything that falls on the floor will probably disappear. Right, so this conveyor behind me, I'm going to need to change those as well, because I'm going to end up reversing into them. There's a fair bit of digging we've got to do in here, and if we can get these face miners in, continuous miners, it's going to be a lot quicker for us. Going to be able to produce a lot more dirt a lot quicker through the wash plant. You know, I know Split in 2 does a lot of blasting as well. I'm not so sure on if I want to do blasting or not, but his method of doing it is really, really good. You can actually add the dynamite to the mesh steel roof supports, and then remove the supports, and then just blast, and then you get the perfect sort of radius in your tunnel, which is a really, really good idea. As you can see, it's still a bloody long process. Like, we're doing 8 tons in a bucket at a time, maybe a bit more than 8 tons, depending on how full we get. But for us to get through this face and open it up as much as I want, it's going to be a very, very long process. We can use Dramite and just blast it, which will remove any of the stuff that we actually blast, but you know, everything we're putting through the wash plant now is all money in the bank, and we can't afford to not be bringing money in at the moment when we're trying to continually upgrade our equipment and that sort of stuff. So it seems like we're getting somewhere, and then the rocks fall back down, and it seems like we're getting nowhere again. Right, let's have a look at a bit of in-cab stuff. It's really, really hard to see. Like if we're down low enough, if we've got a full bucket, where we're actually heading. It's very tough to be able to see from this view. I think we need to try and push some of this in there. It's not steep enough for it to go in by itself. I don't mind the bucket view. I don't know what you guys prefer. Like, we're in nice and close from here. I think we need to open that roof a bit more just to be able to get the bucket up a little bit higher. Yeah, see, that's one thing I'm not a fan of. Wish you could have like a no collision. It's a little bit of farm sim, like a no collision camera. Be way better. Oop. Yeah, see, that's hitting the roof. We need to remove those. Need to remove those, otherwise we're going to end up having some issues. Right, remove that back. Get that back. Let's go. I don't really want to dig this out, to be honest. It's not, every click's not working, which is strange, or it's just very slow to work. Anyway, that's sort of what I want to do, so we can have a little bit more room to maneuver in there and get the bucket a little bit higher off the ground. So for me, I need to look at how much money we're going to need to buy this continuous face miner. I'm going to need to work out how much money we're going to need to buy all the conveyors we're going to need to get. If we need to, we can sell the digger that we've got, because we're really not using that. I think we've still got the dump truck. We can sell the dump truck. We can sell the roller. We can sell all those guys just to get a little bit of money back to try and get us ahead, I think. I think that's probably our best bet at the moment. I want to dig that, but it's not letting me dig it. It's like I've got to start the floor first before I can actually... Nope, doesn't even want to let me dig it at all to get up to it. So I'm thinking we're going to have to just dig through as far as we can and then sort of throw in a blast to bring this material down off the roof. Alright, so you guys sort of pretty much work out where we're going to go from here. So I'm probably going to have to do a lot of digging off camera, a lot of setting up work, and then I'll bring you guys back next episode when we've got a face miner ready to go and we can start punching through and opening up where we want to actually go. Got a lot of planning work ahead of me, trying to work out how we're going to get all these conveyors to work with each other and get to the current wash plant setup that we've got. But we'll get there. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series. It's doing pretty well on the channel still. I haven't been up doing regular uploads, but now that underground mining stuff is here, I may get to pump out a little bit more content. This makes it a little bit easier when there's always something new, something to sort of aim for. Now we've got underground equipment, we can have a whole new underground mine. It's going to be a lot better to start punching out some more great content for you guys. So, righto guys, I'll leave it here. I'm going to go and sell that other equipment, try and get this other stuff brought, get everything set up, and we'll bring you guys back next episode. And hopefully we've got a continuous face miner, and we can start to chew through this stuff way quicker and open up this area quite a bit, and then make some more money. So if you guys enjoyed it, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this series so far, any IT suggestions, and if you guys like the idea of following along with what Split 2 is doing. I don't want to be a copycat, but it's just a great idea, so we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, let me know in the comment section. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.